welcoming the citizens of Clay County again, and our one additional citizen, I think, excused himself. So if anybody has any comments, questions, obviously you're welcome. We are here for the approval of turnaround school supplemental service allocation. Mr. Krosky, would you
So if I could just give a quick explanation to the group.
Before you do, I believe we need or can we do the explanation before we do the motion?
Or from him you can.
From him we can. Got it, go.
Okay, this is the approval of the turnaround school supplemental service allocation. This was done by the board the previous year. The reason why it's coming to the board now is because the state have just finished the review process of it, and so we're asking the board for approval so that they can release the funds. Really, the Charles E. Bennett is the only school that we have that's in turnaround status. It's very important and critical that we provide the supports necessary for student achievement to improve at that particular school. There's really 6 plan assurances within this plan, which are family and community partnerships, academic and character standards, parental involvement, incentives for instructional personnel, professional development, and focused instruction. And so the plan outlines those 6 assurances and the budget for that. And so I would ask for the board's consideration of approval of this item.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make approval.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
There's been a motion by Ms. Gilhausen, a second by Ms. Kirkus. Now discussion. Anyone? There have been no questions from the audience as well. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? It carries 5-0.
Our staff is doing a really good job with Bennett. I was over there maybe 2 weeks ago, and actually the DOE was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really, Dr. Cagle is doing a good job there.
Awesome.
They should, I hope to see really great numbers this year.
Everybody, yeah.
I know.
And even last year, it was definitely on the rise.
I hear very good things from her teachers about what she's doing there, and I know we mentored there, and also took some pumpkins there, and just really it's a very a positive atmosphere when you go in, and I think that really is a key thing when you're turning our school around.
That's right.
Mrs. Clark, did you want me to vote for you?
I'm sorry?
Did you want me to vote for you?
She didn't know she probably has to
Oh,
vote.
did you vote
Yeah.
on the...
On
you
the
did
computer?
vote?
Not on the computer.
You have to vote on the computer.
You have to vote on the computer, or you
That's
should
all right,
vote on
on
the
the
computer.
computer.
Next time?
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry, should have said something. Mr. Bickner, any comments? We're at the end of our meeting.
I sent everyone a copy of Executive Order, DOE Executive Order number 7. I got a comment back from Ms. Bola about it. I've read it about 4 times. I'm still not sure what it says, and I'm still not sure what the financial formula means. I know that there was a meeting yesterday afternoon that was attended by Ms. Dennis, Dr. Legutko, and I think Mr. Broski was there, which was an infomercial. And I think that there's more that's going to have to be said about it because it really is kind of confusing. I spoke with Dr. Legutko before the meeting, and she's still wondering what it means, and I am too. So, as I hear things, which will be after I'm certain the administration hears things, I'll pass on what I get. But it didn't make me feel good. But it didn't scare me too bad either. So anyway, that's all I have to say is I don't know what's going on.
I think the comments that they say, and this is taking us through July of 2021.
That's what they
It's
say.
sort of like that, and what's going to happen in
I
August
watched
of
the news.
2021.
I watched the presentation at noon and then also at 12:30, and it still is unclear.
I'm going to get it right soon, I promise, but I was supposed to start with your comments first. I do apologize.
That's okay.
I just like to mix it up periodically, keep you on your toes.
So in regard to the executive order, I know that the Finance Council, Dr. Legutko's group, has a meeting tomorrow, I believe, more discussion related to that. I'm very thankful for the executive order because it allows us to still provide parental options for for virtual learning. One additional item that was put back on the district that actually we're meeting at 12 o'clock on is part of the executive order is that if a child's not successful in a virtual environment, they're going to come back into brick and mortar unless it's acknowledged by the parent that they're not, they still want their child to be out. So the number that I gave you of approximately 4,000 brick and mortar, please realize that's purely an estimate at this point, and the goal would be to have everybody in place prior to coming back in January. Other than that, I'm very thankful for you guys, very excited about where we are, you know, as a district and ready to face the challenges ahead.
It feels a little like deja vu to August.
Oh, yeah, so from March to now, I've officially got 7 dog years of superintendence under my belt, so I'm looking forward to it.
Don't start barking.
I'm gonna start the comments. I handed out the assignments for committees and just threw it out there, thinking we could at least talk about it today. If any of you have any special requests for graduations, any schools, please say so now.
Yeah, I might switch mine. I did Clay year before last. I see nobody's doing Fleming, so.
Well, actually, the superintendent is doing Fleming. At the bottom, it says the superintendent will attend Fleming High School.
Okay.
And the graduate, RHS, if you would like to do Oakley, I would do
Leave me as
Ridgeview.
Clay, that's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Ms. Clark, your graduation assignment would be in your district. I'm assuming that's where you'd like to start. Ms. Gilhouse?
Can we shuffle the times a little bit so we can hit them all?
Nice
Nice.
try.
Don't go there. I was like, we tried.
Don't go there.
Unless you're a time traveler.
Years of
Ms.
tradition.
Gilhouse and Ms. Bullock?
I'm set with Middleburg, that's fine.
I'm fine.
Okay, good. And I'm just gonna say it'll either be Oakley or Ridgeview. We didn't attend Ridgeview last year because it was,
It was the same day.
yes,
So
and they've
What's
kept
their
it now.
graduation this year?
I'm
for
sorry?
Ridgeview?
So it looks like Ridgeview's gonna have it at the same date and time, so we'll have to adjust to that.
Are
And
they
have
having it downtown or on their field?
I don't know that they'll do it downtown any longer because the expense last year was through the roof,
Yeah.
literally. And then they moved to UNF and then COVID hit, so,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
The other comment at the bottom, Bannerman graduation was scheduled for Thursday, June 3rd. That's a board meeting. So if we could contact that, I can't think of his name right now, Mr.
Okay. Oh, and they're doing it in
Thank
the
you.
evening.
Well, I don't know if, Mr. McKinney's new this year, so I'm not sure if he
Yeah.
realized what we were doing there, so. Okay, and if there are any questions about any of the assignments, feel free to ask. Ms. Smith, or Ms. Clark, I'm sorry, the Board of County Commissioners Liaison and Contractor Pre-Qualifications. Contractor Pre-Qualifications is a signature. I think it's one of those, you're the newest board
It's a
member,
good thing
and
to
so you
start
get to
with.
start with.
And actually, if you
Don't want
want
to
to,
get insurance?
I'm not, well, actually, I left Ms. Bullock on the insurance committee because you'd only had one meeting.
Yes, and of course, one of the meetings fell when we had our board meeting.
Exactly, and
So
I
I've
thought-
asked Sheila to hopefully to schedule them on a better time for me, but.
Yeah, if that, yes, and
Yeah,
if
that's
that
fine.
falls through, we could, yeah, we can work on that. And the Board of County Commissions Liaison, I did that this year and literally watched from my kitchen. So, I didn't, there were very few meetings that I attended, but if there was anything that we wanted to make certain that we had a member in the audience, just in case they were coming up with something,
Easy enough.
that will be that. Okay, comments from the board members, Ms. Bullock?
Nothing too much. Next week I've got to do the Keystone Heights High School spelling bee, judge that. So I said, do we have a guide there, you know? Sometimes, I mean, when I go to the countywide, when I look at like, is that right? Is that right? So,
they'll have it printed out for you.
yeah, good. Anyway, yeah, but that's, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and preparing for Christmas.
Yes. Ms. Gilhousen?
Same for me, I'm helping judge at one of our elementary schools spelling bees, and I'm currently working with my son for his school spelling bee.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm getting both ends of the spectrum this time around.
Very good. Ms. Clark, comments?
Nothing major, obviously getting my feet wet, so trying to meet with some people regarding health insurance, but also trying to just keep up with everything that's going on. And I like the idea of with the teacher of the year, what's coming up for that, so that'll be exciting.
I don't have anything, I'm just, grateful that we had a good holiday and a nice break, and looking forward to, a better year of 2021.
Absolutely.
Mr. Brodsky, I know when I was a new board member, Mr. Wortham had each department head reach out to me and invite me in and go through pertinent things with me. I remember Mike Elliott gave me 10 notebooks, no exaggeration, they were like this tall each. He just loaded them up, he said, I'll put them in your car for you. I was like, oh my goodness. That's before we had most everything on backup, but you might want to ask staff to reach out to our new board member and, answer questions, and we really don't know what we don't know when we're brand new, and so maybe they can explain their departments and what they do, and just help her get her feet wet.
Well, and I'm trying to reach them as well.
They should reach out to you. Yeah.
Either way.
That's good, that's good. Joint conference tomorrow, starts tomorrow. It's helpful to have your phone sitting next to your computer, so that if you can't get on, as we, Ms. Karakis and I were both at a meeting, whenever it was, a few months ago, and it was sort of the opportunity to plan this conference and to use this
We were the
tool.
guinea pigs.
And we were literally texting each other going, I don't know how to get into this, and how do I do that? So keep your phones handy.
Everybody gonna be on tomorrow?
I think everybody's gonna be there. The one thing that I'm going to miss is having the opportunity to just sit and have a cup of coffee and catch up on families and everything, which is a wonderful opportunity, a good thing to do together. If you have any comments or questions about anything else coming up, I'm looking forward to, I think, 3 spelling bees coming up. So it'll be a busy couple of weeks, and once again, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for all that you do. We are done.